Chapter 10: Collaborating. Working on a team, collaborating or working with others on programming projects is helpful because different people have different strengths. Having several people work together on a large program, instructions that tell a computer what to do can help the project finish faster. It can also reduce the burden on the programmer. The Space Shuttle run on 400,000 lines of code. New high-end cars run on 100 million lines of code. Facebook is made up of around 60 million lines of code. To write millions of lines of code by yourself would take more than a lifetime. Collaborating on a project by dividing up the work and focusing on your strengths will help you build more efficient programs more quickly. Tips to help members of a team work well together. Set clear expectations. Make sure everyone knows exactly what they are supposed to do to contribute to the project. Don't leave out any parts of the project. Focus on your strengths. Divide up tasks so that each person is assigned a task that they will enjoy doing and will most likely be good at. Set realistic timelines. Give yourself time to complete the work, but also push yourselves to work hard and finish the project. Give equal workloads. Although each team member will be doing different tasks, make sure the work is divided equally so no one feels that they are stuck doing all the work. Create clear roles. Decide who should be the note taker, the texter, the debugger, or any other role you might need. Clear roles will help you keep on track and focus on your own tasks. Pair programming. When projects are really small, like those you might do in a class, programming with a large team may be too much. Pair programming is a strategy where two people work at the same computer to complete a project. Programmers use this strategy because it helps them work faster and make fewer errors. In pair programming, each coder has a specific role. One person is the driver and the other is the navigator. The driver is in control of the keyboard. They are in charge of typing in the code and double-checking their work. The navigator is in charge of telling the driver what code should be written and for catching bugs while working. Both the driver and navigator should communicate with each other while coding. Pairs should rotate roles often so that each person has a chance to drive and navigate. Getting help from the community. Most programmers spend a lot of their time searching for solutions to their programming problems. When you are making a program, you can use many resources to help you finish the project. Even experienced programmers ask other programmers for help. When you are programming, you should look for opportunities to build on the work of others. This does not mean it's okay to copy someone else's code and say that it's your own. Instead, you should use someone else's program for ideas or copy only a small part of the code. You should always give attribution by making sure that the programmer gets credit for their work. If your program or part of your program was written by you but inspired by someone else, give them credit in a comment or README file. If you want to copy part of someone else's program, first ask the author if it's okay or look for copyright permissions. Then make it clear which part is their code and which part is yours. When you are copying code, it is a good idea to include attribution in both a comment and a README file. Here's an example of what giving attribution looks like. I used the example project from at the Coding Master and I modified it to use more light effects, added a turtle costume to the whole thing and made it play the music from @musiclover. Credit to @gamerpro for the gameplay inspiration. When you give attribution, you are showing that you are grateful for someone else's hard work and you are helping to create a community of sharing. Also, giving attribution isn't just a nice thing to do. In some cases, it's also the law. Giving attribution in programming is like citing quotations or paraphrasing other authors when you write a report in English class. Cite means referencing the source. Paraphrase means using someone else's idea but seeing it in your own words. Using libraries. Libraries, also known as modules or extensions give you access to helpful pre-made functions, which are ready-made lines of code for a specific action. For example, if you were making a game, you could type hundreds of lines of code to simulate a character jumping around and interacting with another character on the screen, or you could use a library that already has all the jumping and interacting with characters code within. Some libraries require that you give attribution somewhere in your program, sometimes as a comment in your code. It's always a good idea to look for help or a library that can support your project